Drive from Hollywood, the Phil Harris, Alice Faye Show. For your enjoyment, here is the Phil Harris, Alice Faye Show, written by Ray Singer and Dick Chevrolet, with Elliot Lewis, Walter Tetley, Robert North, Janine Roos, Ann Whitfield, Walter Sharp in his music, yours truly, Bill Foreman, and starring Alice Faye and Phil Harris. On Alice's insistence, Phil and Frankie attended a very important civic meeting last night. However, unbeknownst to Alice, they went on from there and played poker all night at the Musicians' Union. As we look in, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we find Phil and Frankie on the Harris patio trying to catch up on a little sleep.
That was some party last night, wasn't it, Frank?
Oh, yeah. Musicians' Union certainly knows how to throw a brawl.
Yeah. Remley, stop breathing in my direction. You're peeling off my suntan.
Sorry. We sure had fun. And what a poker game. I never had
Quiet. Alice don't know about the poker game. She thinks we just went to the volunteer firemen's meeting.
Well, why don't you tell her the truth? Why do you keep things from that sweet little angel?
Because if I told her the truth, that sweet little angel would knock my roof in. You see, Francis, my boy, a wife is like an atom bomb.
I never thought of it that way. Thanks for the explanation,
I
Curly.
didn't explain it yet. As I was saying, a wife is like an atom bomb. It's nice to know you have one around in case you need it, but you don't go lighting the fuse to see it go off. Clever simile, eh, Remley?
Oh, that was a peachy one, Dean.
Phil! Oh, Phil!
Here comes your little load of uranium.
Now, look, Frank. Just don't say nothing to Alice about the all-night poker game. We just went to the volunteer firemen's meeting.
Don't worry, I won't tell her anything. I won't even talk to her. My head's throbbing too much.
Ooh, your head. Mine, too. It feels like I had it in a deep freeze all night.
Towards the end, you did. When you went out for more ice, you fell in.
Oh,
Well, I see you boys are resting out here.
Oh, yeah, we're trying to get a little sun.
How do your heads feel now?
well, answer her, Frankie. Tell her how your heads feel.
The one on the left ain't bad, and the one on the right is clearing up. But the one in the middle is driving me crazy.
Don't overdo it. Two's enough.
I don't get this. All you fellas do is go to a volunteer fireman's meeting, and you both come home with headaches. How come, fellas?
Well, that is a very good question, isn't it, Curly?
If you like it so much, you can answer it.
Now, I want you to answer me, Phil. Why do you have headaches?
We got it at the volunteer firemen's meeting. It was on account of the smoke.
What smoke?
The dealer was smoking a cheap cigar.
He means the chief, honey, the chief. And he gave a very educational lecture.
Till 5 o'clock in the morning?
Well, part of the time we practiced putting out fires. You see, they bought a lot of new equipment, and we were trying it out, weren't we, Frankie?
Yeah.
What kind of equipment?
They got a new batch of fire water, and we were testing it.
Phil, were you at a poker game last night?
Alice, how can you ask a question like that? I told you I was at the volunteer firemen's meeting. And all night long, Frankie and I were practicing scaling tall ladders, jumping from great heights into little nets, carrying helpless old people from burning buildings. We were performing our civic duty. Now, are you convinced I wasn't in a card game?
No.
That's funny. He's got me convinced, and I was playing poker with him all night.
I thought so. You went to the Musicians' Union, didn't you?
Well, on the way home, we stopped in for a couple of minutes. Look, honey, we didn't stay long. Those musicians, they're getting much too unruly for us.
Oh, yeah. They're such rowdies. When we got there, they were having a free beer contest.
Certainly. They were all lined up to see who could drink the most beer. They stood in line fighting to get at this stuff. So disgusting. I almost went out to call the police.
Why didn't you?
What, and lose my place in line?
Phil, you ought to be ashamed of yourself staying out all night playing poker. Well, I guess the best way to keep you boys out of mischief is to keep you busy. Now, I want you to take the hose and water the lawn.
What are you going to be doing besides giving orders?
Oh, I'll keep busy. I have something very important to do. And if you keep quiet, maybe you'll be able to hear it. I love the guy, though he grieves me and he leaves me high and dry. He breaks dates and I'm left alone. Then I say that he's on his own. But when he calls, I break my neck to get the phone. 'Cause I love the guy. I love the lad.
So in love with him she's moved.
Oh, his lies and alibis just drive me mad. We go out and he doesn't dress. I get angry, but I'll confess he's mine and I don't really care if he's a mess. 'Cause I love the guy. I love the dope. I adore him, although for him there's no hope.
Other men may have better looks, make more money and read more books.
Only he could eat the things that this girl cooks. So I love the guy. I love that boy. When he kisses, then this miss is filled with joy. Famous men may admire me, millionaires may desire me, but I belong to him and he belongs to me.
Yes,
I love the guy.
Hey, Curly, this is a tough job. Just because Alice is a movie star, does she have to have such a big lawn?
It ain't that big. It's just an average American 40-acre front lawn.
It'd take us all day to water this place, especially with this hose. It's full of holes.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, Frankie. You finish watering here, and I'll drive down to the hardware store and get a new hose.
No, you don't. I'll go down and buy the hose. You can stay here and do the work.
I gotta get a new guitar player. Ever since they removed the tip of that cue stick from his head, he's been figuring things out for himself. All right, Remley, you go get it and charge it to my account. Now, look, don't spend more than $5 for it.
Yeah, okay. Don't just stand there, Curly. Get to work.
Fine job for a man of my importance. A man who has a big story about himself in the current issue of Radio Mirror, which is now available at all newsstands, street corners, railroad stations. Don't forget to buy a copy, and now let's get back to the plot. Alice has got a lot of nerve making me water the lawn. I wonder if she married me so she could save money on the gut. No. I wish I could find somebody else to do this work for me. If I could only get some kid like Julius and then talk him into...
Daddy, what are you doing?
Oh, I got it. Why wait for Julius? A kid's a kid. Anyway, it's about time my little darlings earned their keep. Phyllis! Come over here, dear, and bring your big, strong sister with you. I gotta play this smart. I'll make them think it's a big game. I'll tell them that I'm playing fireman, and then they'll want to do it, too.
What are you doing with that hose, Daddy?
Ding, 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 ding. All right, boys, here's the fire. Reel out the hose. Bring up the scaling ladder. Don't jump, lady. I'll be right up for you.
Poor Daddy. He's been standing too close to his band when he leads them.
Now, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm playing fireman. Gee whiz, it's a lot of fun. See, I'm pretending the lawn is on fire. It's a big forest fire. And I'm using this hose to put it out. Oh, I'm having such a wonderful time.
I'm glad Daddy found a new game. Yeah, he was getting too old for hopscotch anyway. Come on, Phyllis. We don't want to disturb him. Have a good time, Daddy.
Come back here. Now, look, I'm going to let you play this game. It's a lot of fun and it's educational, too. It'll prepare you for when you grow up.
What do you mean?
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A housewife.
You mean you don't want to be a fireman?
No,
Why not?
because I don't like it.
Don't knock it till you've tried it. Oh, I'm wasting my time with you. You're too small to be a fireman anyway. Alice, you're bigger and stronger than your sister. Honey, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A wrestler.
Wrestler? Now you listen to me. Well, I better not have no beast with this one. She's liable to throw a reverse crepe lock on me. Phyllis, a fireman is a good career.
But I want to be a housewife.
Why?
So I can make my husband water the lawn for me. So long, Daddy.
They must have caught on.
Bill, I've been watching you from the window, and you haven't done anything for a half hour. And what were you talking to the children about?
Oh, just trying to trick them into it. Hey, Al. What do you want to be when you grow up?
What was that again?
Haven't you ever wanted to be a fireman?
Oh, of course I have. Every red-blooded American girl wants to be a fireman. Of course, I'd rather be a sand hog, but then a girl can't...
All right. I'll water the lawn.
Where's Frankie?
Well, the hose ain't any good, and I sent Remley to buy a new one.
Oh, you sent a good boy.
Don't worry about Frankie. He's only buying a hose. He can't...
Curly, I'm back.
Oh, yeah. Did you buy the hose, Remley?
No, I did something better than that. Curly, I figured out a way you'll never have to water this lawn again.
Don't tell me you sold our house.
No, of course not. Wait till you see what I bought to water the lawn. It's right in that truck. Okay, fellas, dump it out.
Frankie, what'd you buy?
600 feet of galvanized pipe. For a sprinkler system.
Oh, no, Frankie, how could
Now,
you?
don't be funny. We're lucky he didn't buy an airplane and some dry ice to seed the clouds and make it rain.
Well, the airplane they showed me didn't have very good motors, so I thought...
Shut up! All I sent you out for was a hose, and you come back with pipe. All that pipe for a sprinkler system.
Curly, I saved you money. They wanted $8 for a rubber hose, and all this cost you only a few pennies more.
How much more?
$155. Sprinkler system will save you money in the long run.
Hey, honey, Frankie might have something there.
All right, but it's going to cost you about $200 more to have it installed. Think it over before you decide, dear.
Now, wait a minute. It'll cost $200 to have this. Is that right, Remley?
Not if we install it ourselves. I had the pipe cut to measure. All we have to do is lay it, put on the sprinkler heads, connect the whole thing up to the water main, and we're in business.
Well, okay, let's get started. Now, look, we'll space the pipes about 5 feet apart so they cover the whole lawn. Now, you work down front by the sidewalk, and I'll start up here alongside the house.
Okay. We'll have this done in no time.
And look, Frankie, don't forget to do that little plot of grass between the sidewalk and the curb. See it there?
Well, I'm all finished laying the pipe down front, and I hooked it up to the water main under the house. How you doing?
Just finished it, Frankie. Hey, let's call Alice out and show it to
Yeah.
her. Hey, Alice, come on out and see our new sprinkler system.
I'll be right out.
Hey, say, you fellas certainly did this job fast.
Yes, sir. We covered every inch of the lawn, too. How you like it, honey?
Phil, You're supposed to put the pipe under the ground, not on top.
Why under? Let's not be sneaky about this. This is an expensive sprinkler system. Let people see it. I ain't ashamed to have our pipes showing.
Alice, do you honestly think this thing will work?
Of course it'll work. We haven't tried it yet, but have we ever missed? I personally connected it up to the water main under the house. Now, do you want to see this work or don't you?
Very well.
Okay. Wait till I crawl under the house and turn it on.
You mean if I want to turn it on, I have to crawl under the house to do it?
You can stand the exercise. You're getting a little hippie.
Frankie, I'll thank you to keep my wife's hips out of my sprinkler system. Now get out of the house and turn it on.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Alice, will you see how it sprays the water all over the place? Now, you're going to be proud of us. Okay, Rem, turn her on.
Stand back. Here she comes. I bet you thought it wouldn't work.
Yeah, listen to that. Sounds powerful.
Smells powerful, too. It's gas.
Oh, Alice, it couldn't be gas.
I tell you it is.
And I tell you it is.
Well, there's only one way to tell. Curly, you got a match?
Wait.
That is gas. Turn it off.
Okay. Looks like you made a mistake, Curly. You connected it to the wrong pipe.
I connected it.
You're a big man to admit your error. Now I'll have to get under the house and connect it to the right pipe.
Oh, leave it alone. I'll get a man from the city water department to connect it.
Alice, I don't think we ought to have anybody from the city department up here just yet.
Oh, why not?
They may not like the way we tore up their sidewalk.
We tore up what sidewalk?
The one in front of your house. You wanted the pipe run out to the curb, so I tore up the sidewalk and put it underneath.
You tore up the sidewalk. Do you fellas realize that you can be fined $500 for destroying city property?
500? Oh, no. All I wanted to do was water the lousy lawn. Now it's going to cost me $500 fine.
And $155 for the pipe.
You people should have listened to me and bought a hose.
Keep quiet. You better keep quiet or I'll knock 2 of your 3 heads together while Alice does the rumba.
All right, take it easy, Curly. They won't fine us if we fix the sidewalk. All we got to do is pour some new cement.
Yeah, we could do that. Hey, look, the guy up the street has a cement mixer. We'll go up and borrow it.
You two are going to work with a cement mixer?
Yeah.
Pardon me while I lock the children in their room. You fellas are going to drive me completely crazy. The things you do to me are too much for a person to stand.
She worries too much. No wonder she's old before her time.
Never mind. Now, you got work to do, Remley. Look, go over to Jonesy's house and borrow the cement mixer, then get a couple of bags of cement, too. And another thing, while you're... Uh-oh, wait a minute. I'll answer the phone.
Right.
Hello? Yes, this is Phil Harris. A long-distance call for me? Put him on. Hello? Mr. President. Yes, sir? Oh, yes, sir. Anything you want. What's that? Oh, well, I'm sorry, sir. I just couldn't do that. No, sir, Yes, sir, I know she's the first lady of the land, but well, I'd love to oblige you, sir, but no, sir, I'm sorry. I just can't do it, Mr. President. Goodbye.
Curly, was that?
Petrilla, his wife wants to know what the thing is. You think he'd let a guy make an honest buck? I'm only trying to... Look, now, let's get back to work. Go over to Jonesy's house and get that cement mixer.
Okay. What are you going to be doing while I'm gone?
Like Alice, I got something important to do. I'm going to sing. Oh, Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon.
There was 3 children from the land of Israel, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. They took a little trip to the land of Babylon. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Took a lot of gold and made him an idol. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego.
And he told everybody when you hear the music of the cornet and the flute and the harp,
You must fall down and worship that idol, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. But the children of Israel would not bow down. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. You couldn't fool them with a golden idol.
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego.
I said you couldn't fool them with a golden idol.
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego.
So the king put the children in the fire furnace.
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego.
Then he heaped on the coals in the red-hot brimstone.
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego.
7 times hotter than it ought to be.
Shadrach, Shadrach.
And he burned up the soldiers the king had put down.
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego.
But the Lord sent an angel with snowy white wings down in the middle of that furnace, talking to the children about the power of the gospel.
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego.
Well, they couldn't even burn a hair on the head of old Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, laughing and talking while the fire was a-jumping.
Shadrach.
The Lord was on their side. Old Nebuchadnezzar called, "Hey there," when he saw the power of the Lord. And they had a big time in the house of Babylon. Shadrach. Shadrach. Meshach, Abednego.
Well, Curly, I got the cement mixer working good.
Yeah, did you put the sand and the water in?
Yep.
Good. Now throw in a bag of that cement, huh?
Check. Why did it stop? All I did was throw the cement in.
You're supposed to take it out of the bag first. Now you got the bag mixed in with the cement.
So what? You'll be the only guy on the block with a burlap sidewalk.
Remley, will you look what you did? Look, the bag is jammed in the gears now.
Well, don't get excited. That's easy to fix. All we have to do is get the bag out of the bottom of the mixer.
I know that, but how do we reach it?
You crawl in and I'll tell you.
Okay, I'll get hold of it. Why don't you crawl in?
What, you think I'm crazy or something?
Well, we got to get somebody to do it.
Hiya, fellas. Hey, what's that big contraption there?
Don't bother us, Julius. It's just a... You don't know what it is, huh? Remley. I think we got a Clyde.
Yeah. Julius, this is a television set.
You don't say. Can I see a program on it?
Well, as soon as we get it fixed, you can. Something's busted inside, and we need somebody small enough to get in and fix it.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as it's fixed, we'll let you see a good kid program like Hoppy or Beanie or Hotty Doody. What is your favorite kid program?
Faye Emerson.
Faye Emerson? She's not for kids.
I'm growing up, Mac.
All right, we'll let you see Faye Emerson, but first you'll have to get in the set and fix it.
You mean I can see the beautiful Miss Emerson if I just get inside and fix this television set?
That's all you got to do.
This'll be a cinch, except for one thing.
What?
I ain't crawling into no cement
How do you like that? Little ape knew what it was all the time. I got a good mind to take him
Now,
and...
wait a minute, Remley. Wait a minute. No sense in getting sore. Let's be good sports about this. I'm going to hand it to that kid. He's got a brain. He outsmarted us.
That I can do without a brain.
Hey, Curly. I think I know a way to get him in.
Well, get busy.
Julius, you're right. This is a cement mixer. We were just kidding about you getting in. But we do have a problem. We got to put some cement in there, but the bag is too heavy for me and Curly to lift. Will you give us a hand?
Well, I can't see any harm in that.
Good. Now, you grab the middle of the sack, and Curly and me will grab the ends, and we'll throw it in.
Yeah. Yeah, that ought to work. Now, Julius, you grab the middle, and Frankie and me'll get the ends. Ready? 1, 2, 3, heave!
Well, we got the little stinker in.
We certainly did.
Julius, if you're out here, who's in?
Let me out of here! You get me out of this mixer!
Oh, no. Curly's in the cement mixer. What are we going to do?
Let's turn it on and watch his arteries fall.
No, I promised Alice I wouldn't get him mixed up in anything.
Hey, the way you gotta get to no time to be telling jokes. I'm getting hard at you. Will you get me out of here?
All right, take it easy. I'll get you out. As long as you're in there, pull the sack out of the gears, and we'll be able to cement your sidewalk.
All right, Brimley, the things you get me into.
Look at that sidewalk. The cement's hard enough to walk on now.
Certainly. Looks like a professional job. How do you like it, Alice?
I must admit you fellas did this right.
You can thank me, Alice. Curly just mixed the cement. I did the actual paving. And I put the turn-on up here, too, so you won't have to crawl into the house.
Yeah, and I'm anxious to try it out. Turn it on, Frankie.
Okay. Let's see. The turn-on's right over here, and... Curly? Seeing as this is your sprinkler system, you should have the honor of turning it on.
Well, thanks, Frankie. I'll do it. Remley, where's the turn on?
Onto the sidewalk. We cemented over it.
With the Christmas holidays coming at us like an express train, remember, folks, there are children in your own hometowns who would like to have a thing for kids on Christmas, too. Don't wait until the last minute to send a thing for kids to a needy child. Do it now. If there are any discarded, usable toys lying around your house, get them out. Remember, there are plenty of lovable kids just waiting for the chance to use them and appreciate them. Of course, folks, new toys and dolls will be more appreciated, too. Just make this a truly Merry Christmas for those who most enjoy it, those unfortunate kids.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
This program was produced and transcribed by Paul Phillips. The part of Frankie Remley was played by Elliot Lewis, and Julius was played by Walter Tetley. And remember, 3 chimes mean good times on NBC.
Next, it's Hedda Hopper, then Dorothy McGuire on Theater Guild on NBC.